first route is a V6 Bathang, a route that requires a double toe hook at its crux. A creative and challenging set. Beginning on 2 pinches, the first pinch that you move to is a bit challenging because of the angle that it's set at. As you reach out right, your weight wants to come off the pinch and swing out to the right as well. Requires a bit of core, and when you do hit it, to switch your left hand around, which is a pretty cool maneuver. Once you keep that, you get your left foot up to engage the core. Get the left hand out and move into the crux of the route, which requires the Bathang, the double toe hook. Once you get both feet set on there, you need to match it with your hand and get both hands on before you come down to the ground. This is an awesome route. It's not often that you find a Bathang that is really forced well, but it was by far the easiest way to do the route, which is why you see me doing that beta. Close there, I got the one hand on, but was unable to match it before falling. And there you see me just testing out the holds. I know I can hold them. They're certainly good enough. So from the beginning, starting on these pinches, hitting that and squeezing hard, keeping everything tight, switching the left hand around, getting the foot up, getting that left hand really set there before walking your feet out, getting set on that Bathang. And this is truly the crux. Getting both hands on in an awesome coordinated dynamic move. And from there, the route is pretty much over. Just get these 2 last pinches, get your foot up pretty high, and I found it felt good to get my left foot out to help balance myself as well. And voila, the V6 Bathang. The next route is an orange V7 that requires quite a bit of finger strength as well as sound footwork. You need to keep your weight balanced pretty well for the beginning moves here. So it begins down low and you immediately move into a left Gaston, match your feet, and come into these next 2 orange holds. From here we enter the crux, where you get a left foot out and you need to reach over and hit a kind of slopey, pinchy rail. Once you hit that, get your foot up, hit this left hand hold, which is really cool because the thumb kind of makes that hold. Get set into these next few crimps. And I apologize for the flare, that is the sun just hitting the lens and giving it kind of a crazy distortion effect. But hopefully you can still see that. And just because of that flare, I decided to climb it once more so you can kind of see it a little better, and of course take the shirt off for a little more ambiance. So once again, just moving to these first couple of holds and getting past the crux here. This move was pretty tricky. It was helpful for me to brush that rail off just to make it as good as it could be. Once again, getting shifted well onto that left hand and entering these last few crimps. Thankfully, those last crimps were good enough to just keep everything tight, crimp down hard, and send this bad boy. The last move is really well set too. It's definitely a dead point. The foot does not feel that great, so it requires quite a bit of commitment, and it's just good enough to be able to hold. So it's a great finish. Moving on to the Malevolent Monkey Paw route. This is an extremely challenging project. Requires quite a bit of friction and just getting it perfect. There's no way to power your way through this route. I will say it makes a difference to kind of how humid it feels, just because of how friction dependent this route is. So getting shifted in the crux here, get monkey paw number 1, and it felt tricky to get my weight to feel right in order to get the right hand up here. Maybe it was where I was placing it. Maybe it was the left hand wasn't set well enough, and of course brushing it to keep those holds feeling as good as possible. Just felt really challenging, felt kind of slick, and just trying a variety of betas, attempting to just match the left, which you ultimately needed to do, and trying the beta that the head setter used. I moved on to the moon board because I was kind of frustrated and just wanted to validate that I can actually climb V8. So this is Captain Fitzroy, which is a benchmark V8. Beginning pretty much a one-handed start there. You get your feet up and make a really dynamic move out left. Feet cut. Get the right foot up and hit this long, thin pinch. There you match feet and get a right foot set for an off-balance final move. And that is definitely the crux. Last move is pretty challenging. It's one I've been working on for a while now, and I just try it at the beginning of every moonboard session to see if today's the day. Pretty consistent on these first moves. Really, it's just the ending that is quite challenging. So I moved on. This is another benchmark V8 I had not sent yet called Soul Jacker. And really interesting, you get that pinch, walk your feet out, and from here you really need to weight the left foot as you go up right. As you see, my left foot popped off there. Just really cool. Your body feels almost sideways as you do this. And throw up, close, and this time I'm able to stick it. My left foot does actually pop off, but I just am able to hold the right, get it back up. And here is the second crux. Trying to hit that Gaston. It's thin, and the way it's turned makes it feel really difficult to use. So you'll see I'm switching, getting my right foot on for that move. I try it with my left foot on as well, just to save a little energy a couple times, and it feels pretty challenging. Really popping off a bit there. So here we go from the start, hitting that pinch, walking my feet out, really keep the core engaged here. Boom, stick that first crux. Get that, and you'll see a difference in my beta here. I go up left and hit the pinch, get the foot set, then come in and hit that really tricky Gaston before getting feet up and going to finish. So that difference in beta was the reason I was able to send it, so pretty psyched. Match that up, boom. Validation, baby. I can climb V8. The monkey paw route made me question it, so had to come to the moon board and validate myself. So this is Air Force One, a pretty popular, I guess you could say, benchmark V7. Kind of a tricky first move where you either need to really keep everything tight and keep a foot on, or cut feet. I opt to cut feet, just a bit easier to focus on the hand. Bump up, second left hold is quite good. And then you move into a series of crimps for the finish there. So I hit the first one, get my feet kind of set and matched there to move up right one more time. And then you need to bring your left hand underneath, and I just kind of fall there. Definitely feeling a bit fatigued from all the climbing. So you foot up there, the left hand set, that jug. And I can tell I'm tired because I am closed hand crimping quite a bit, which is kind of my my final gambit. When I'm really tired, I'll close off my crimp with the thumb. It feels good, feels secure, but it's definitely better to climb open hand. And just falling on the finish there, I was really close, but pretty fatigued. And on my last couple of goes here, I even fall off the first crux. So I know it's time to call it a day, but some awesome routes. Love that bat hang. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Much love. Peace.